Well, happening now at 6 o'clock, the nation's dire straits are finally averted. Congress got off their high political horses and compromised on a bill to end the government shutdown and raise the debt limit. On top of that, they're putting thousands of federal workers back on the job.
President Obama signed the short-term spending bill into law early this morning. It funds the government for 3 months and raises the debt ceiling for 4 months. So the United States government reopens today. The 16-day shutdown cost the economy an estimated $24 billion.
Because there's a lot of work ahead of us, including our need to earn back the trust of the American people that's been lost over the last few weeks. And we can begin to do that by addressing the real issues that they care about.
Now, immediately after Congress passed the measure, the director of the Office of Budget and Management said government employees should expect to return to work this morning. More than 300,000 federal workers were furloughed during the shutdown. Congress did approve a bill authorizing back pay for the 16 days they were off the job. Only one member of New Mexico's congressional delegation did not support the bill. Democratic Senators Martin Heinrich and Tom Udall both voted for it. So did Democratic Representatives Michelle Lujan Grisham and Ben Ray Lujan. But Republican Representative Steve Pearce did not vote for it. He says he's worried we'll be back in the same situation in a few months.
All right, at 6:01 now, take a look at this newly released dashcam video showing police firing at a fleeing SUV with a 4-year-old inside. This happened back in August. We told you about this when a Santa Fe police officer spotted a stolen Ford Explorer in a gas station parking lot. The driver is said to be Roberto Mendez, and police say he not only refused to get out, he tried to speed away, instead spinning his car back into a police unit there, nearly hitting the officer. That's when one officer, Stephen Fonte, started shooting. He was aiming at the SUV's tires. The other officer, we were told, John DeBaca, shot into the SUV as it sped away, trying to avoid hitting any passengers. One round that DeBaca fired hit Mendez, the driver, going through his cheek, but that didn't stop him from taking off. Down the road, Mendez pulled over. One passenger got out and sprinted away while Mendez stumbled out onto his knees, holding his face. Inside the SUV were 2 other women and a 4-year-old boy. DeBaca told investigators he didn't know the boy was inside, DeBaca being the police officer. Although he didn't appear to be in danger as Mendez sped away, he says the public was.
This person had no regard for the safety of anybody.
The DA's office hasn't determined whether the shooting was justified. Mendez recovered from the gunshot wound and has not been charged in the case. We do know he has a long criminal history, including assault on a police officer.
A high school valedictorian might not be able to go to her own graduation. The school district where she goes to moved graduation to Saturday, which is a problem for her religion.
Since it'll be on Saturday, that would be my Sabbath, so I wouldn't be able to attend. And I believe putting God first is more important than going to a graduation date, but still, I would really, really want to walk with my classmates.
Last night, Liberty Thompson wanted to make her case known to the school board, but they would not let her talk. The school claims the public education department told them they couldn't change the graduation date, but the PED tells us they never sent the school that notification and that they see no reason the school cannot change the date. Now, Liberty's father says legal action is not out of the question here.
All right, remember all those falling tiles at the pit? Well, UNM says it has found a way to make sure none of them fall on any of us fans, but this is one long, painstaking process. Each one of the 33,000 tiles has to be individually checked to make sure the adhesive is still holding. If not, the tile is removed and a new adhesive is put on. Every tile is also getting an extra layer of security, with workers drilling holes and fastening down the tiles. The work inside the pit was done earlier this week, just in time for Friday night's Lobo Howl. Can you believe it's time for that? The work outside should be done in about a month or so. But as to why the 40 or so tiles came loose in the first place, well, that's still a bit of a mystery.
We don't really have the kind of total resolution of that. We've looked at it now for 2 years, and there wasn't any really specific, obvious, individual cause.
Fixing all 33,000 tiles is covered under the warranty, so good thing here is it's not costing UNM a dime. Homeless veterans are getting a helping hand today from Noonday Ministries. Actually, it's today and tomorrow. They can get food, clothes, and access to services Stand Down for Homeless Vets is today from 9 to 4 at 101 Broadway Northeast. Now, this is for veterans only. Now, tomorrow, the ministry will be helping out veterans and non-veterans from 9 to 2. That'll also be at Noonday Ministries downtown.
And today in Rio Rancho, the moving wall will be on display for public viewing. It's the traveling half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. It's happening over at the Rio Rancho Sports Complex out on High Resort Boulevard. It's there from noon today until 4 p.m. on Monday afternoon. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. there is a public event with guest speakers and other special ceremonies happening. The weather should be quite nice, I think, in the next few days if you want to head on out and see the moving wall right here in our own backyard, folks.
Yeah, if you
Rio
haven't
Rancho.
seen it, it's a very, very nice tribute to all the men who sacrificed their lives for the safety of the
Yeah.
country. Also,